All right, Kev, we're going to have to leave it there, my old son. Always a pleasure. Great stuff. Now, let's come back to studio. Suze and Steph are still with us. Suze, what do you reckon about eyes in the sky? Is that the right way to go? I mean, I think Kevin made a very compelling case.
I was sceptical, but I was won over.
I can see loads of benefits to it, and you should embrace kind of technology. I'm a bit worried about the batteries running out kind of point he made. At what point does it just fall from the sky and land on somebody's head? And I'm also concerned that if it does become, if there's a proliferation of them, he says there wouldn't be, but if it starts to become... I mean, wasn't there rumours that we were going to start having, like, you know, Amazon deliveries by drones, and there's amateur theatre? How do you know which is the police one? And how? I mean, you don't want the sky full of them, do you? But with one way or another. But I mean, the one thing I was just looking up the article while he was talking, and it actually said people who do the police forces who have embraced those sort of technologies, facial recognition is actually really, really useful, and that is identifying 200 suspects every month. Yeah, but something that would have taken 14 days to do.
We saw the Met Police on Twitter asking the public to help them identify Palestinian marchers who committed violent offences. Would be quite useful for that, wouldn't it?
And I think, Steph, that is where people start to get a bit edgy about this sort of stuff. It's like I'm going about my daily business, I'm not doing anything wrong, yet you're still, like, you know, you still got your mince pies on me. Where's that data stored? Is that the right way to go?
And I think this is why the public always feel a bit sceptical, and this is where we have to have a bit more trust in the police, that they won't be abusing when they're using such technology, and that it doesn't go to the extreme end where we are being monitored unnecessarily. But we already live in that kind of generation where everyone's got cameras. People have got Ring doorbells and all the rest of them, so to be honest...
And we were talking earlier about those migrants. We were worried about them roaming around. Well, at least if we know there's people have got eyes on them one way or another remotely, or they can do facial recognition, we can track people, those sort of things. Unfortunately, in the world we live in, it is necessary.
I think there is a competence issue a bit as well, though, isn't there? I mean, as he said there, you don't really like the idea of the batteries running out. Who are the people who are going to be running these drones? Are there enough police to actually staff them properly?
A great point he made, and when I was doing elections across West Midlands, rural areas there, and North Shropshire, they get scant resource, and if they have the ability to have infrared technology, you know, the cattle are getting nicked, or the tractors are getting nicked, you know, these dope farms in rural areas, so it does have real merit.
And it would be a lot cheaper than sending up a helicopter.
And I think those are the
best... less polluting.
Yeah.
I think those are the best places to test it out, because central London is just too much of a beast. So I think to test it out rurally and just get it done properly before you bring it to London will be the best thing to do.
Yeah, good stuff. And it's also, you have to have a licence to send a drone up in London. If you do send a drone up in London, then you get in big trouble. Don't do it, ladies and gents.
Absolutely not.
Suze Holder, cracking set of papers. Stick around, we'll see you again in the next hour. Now, as we approach the top of the hour, we have much more to come, but first, let's have a quick look at the weather.